rooms, if we caught someone that we knew was a streamer, we would hop in their stream and just start rabbling stream and just start rabbling stream and.
All right. Well, I am live.
Which is fun. Okay. Yep, I see it here. Code NOS.
I will wait to enter until you're watching so that you can see. We are using a worm. So we have drone damage in the lows, a really expensive shield booster, and then abyssal extender and battery. Type 2 afterburner. Base missile launchers, because that's all my power grid can afford to handle. And then reinforcers and extender in the rig slots, giving us a total 238 DPS. And we are using faction Navy Hornets because we are going to run exotics. And the Abyssals have these little environments, which is called their weather, right? And this is a tier 2. So it goes 0 to 6. This is a tier 2. And the exotic one, you receive a penalty kinetic resistance and a bonus to scan resolution. That penalty to kinetic resistance applies to the enemies as well as you. So all of my damage is kinetic. So my drones and my missiles are all kinetic based to give me a little boost in DPS. So my listed DPS won't be my actual because I have that bonus. So then we use that, and if you're doing frigates, you need 3 filaments for each run because you can take up to 3 ships. Because of that, there is more loot in the frigate runs than there is in the destroyer or cruiser ones. So, like a frigate run will have approximately 3 times the loot as a cruiser run. A destroyer run will have approximately 2 times the loot. But, obviously you're in a smaller ship, so it's more difficult to actually get through it. And now I need to pay attention because these are tier 2s. They're actually difficult. So, when we enter in, this is an instanced zone. So, it's just me in here. But if you do not make it out by this 20-minute timer, you die and you get potted. No ifs, ands, or buts. Who's got me? So if you do that, you die and you get potted. If you die inside, you also die and get potted. So it's either make it through or you get potted. Those are your 2 options. It's unforgiving to say the least. I have a very good shield booster in this. Normally, like these guys, they chew through you. The T1s, I actually have had specific enemies that just will rip through me. And they have newts, they have Webers, they have all sorts of E-War. We go 4.2 million in that cache. So the rooms itself, they have 3 pockets. Each pocket I will call a room. This one gave me 4.25 million worth of loot. And it should take me approximately 2 to 2.5 minutes to get through this room. So it's really good ISK, but it's dangerous. It's the trade-off that you get. Devoted Knight here. It's attacking the drones, I believe. Yeah. There are also little NPC things in the rooms. So this one has a automated suppressor. This will deal AoE damage. If you look, my drones are slowly taking a little damage. This will hit your drones, it'll hit you, it'll hit enemies. So you do have to be careful because this was a short range, but if it was like a medium range or something, you can definitely lose your drones to this or yourself. You can also use it in rooms that have lots of little frigate enemies. Pull them over there and just wipe them out by the AoE damage while you can tank it. So that's also a possibility. Right now, God, this guy's got so much health. I do need more DPS on my missiles. My missile skills are lacking. Absolutely lacking. But that's okay, I guess. I guess it's going to take me more than 2.5 minutes. We're already at 3. This devoted knight is not going down. Here we go. As soon as he goes down, we have to get onto the next pocket. There we go. There are different designs to the pockets. There are pockets where the enemies have more DPS. There are pockets where they don't deal really any damage. They're just a DPS check themselves. So like if you see...
The hams.
Go ahead. What was that? Alright, so this one has a marshal in it. The marshal doesn't have the best tracking, but he does deal a lot of damage. So we should be okay because we're in a small, nimble, fast ship. So as long as we don't head directly at him.
I'm watching your stream.
Gotcha. Yeah. Does it look familiar? That's a lot of newts. Let's see if we can get lucky on this. They went for my drone hard there. We're going to pull that one back.
I don't think I've done these before.
Okay. I gotta pull my drones back in there. Getting attacked. Alright, so let's not put out the nearly dead drone. We should be able to orbit this guy now. We need to get rid of these newts. I'm no good if my shield booster dies due to having no cap.
The capacitor is empty.
Yeah, that's not a good sound.
The capacitor is empty.
Come on. Oh, the marshal's what's doing it? Well, we can fix that. I thought they were all three doing it. We got some more speed though. That's good. His range on that shouldn't be too far. Now that the drones are working on him, we should be good.
The capacitor is empty.
Come on.
The capacitor is empty.
Whew. Yeah. I misplay a lot of these because I'm still getting used to the T2s. So it's dicey, to say the least, in some of these. Mainly because of my misplays. Alright, shield's back up. I'm gonna let my capacitor actually refill a little bit before I go on to the next room, just in case there's newts again. The loot in these is just amazing though. Even like doing a frigate in tier 0s, you still get such good loot for the amount of time that you actually put into doing it. It is really good. Alright. Drones out. Head towards the loot cache. Now you'll notice I'm ignoring these other loot caches. And that's just mainly due to efficiency in time. Right? They're so far away. It's just not worth it most of the time. this Vedmak will deal a decent amount of damage, but I'm going to get rid of these damages first, because they're really annoying to deal with. Pop the loot cache here. And hope for something good.
Be right back.
What's that?
No, actually, no. I was gonna say be right back. I'm working out a fit right now. I'm trying to modify my Navy Dom just a little bit, and it's slightly frustrating me.
What you trying to modify it to do?
More damage.
More damage is always good. Not at the cost of too much tankiness, though.
I don't think I'll be too untank you. The issue is some missions I get to the point where it's literally a stalemate. They can't kill me, I can't kill them.
You can't kill them?
Nope. Like today with one of the Angel Extravaganzas, there was a few ships that if Mr. K wasn't there, it would have eventually went down to a stalemate to where I couldn't kill the enemy ship and they wouldn't have been able to kill me.
Ooh,
So that's why I'm like, I need to figure out something. So I might sell a ship to afford some more ISK to try to refit this ship. Just depends on how much I need.
You can look at doing abyssal modules for your damage modules. It's one way to get damage up without changing out the fit.
Well, most of my damage modules I can get tier 2s. It's just I can't really get tier 2 guns or like sentry drones yet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to switch out the T1 railguns for the 425 prototype Gauss guns because they give a little bit more range and a little bit more damage and a little bit better rate of fire and a little bit better tracking speed. So just naturally without any skills. So I'm hoping those should help a little bit.
Gotcha. As long as you have the fitting space for it. This Vedmak
yeah.
in this Abyssal is almost through my shields, which is not a good feeling.
Understandable.
Ah!
You have just seeing it on your stream
me-
now.
Let me watch your.
Why are my drones not going after this thing?
Because they don't like you.
Right? He is through my shields at this point.
Ooh, oh,
Oh, am I about to like log into this Twitch and see Nos die?
I
think
really
so.
hope not. Look, okay, we're in
I mean,
his
the way it's
structure.
down-
I still have armor.
And your shield's a quarter way back.
Yeah, my shields are... I haven't overheated yet, right? Like, I can overheat and pump through this feller. Oi. I was, like, listening to you, and I looked back, and I was, like, at half shields when I turned on my booster, and I was like, oh, God. Oh, Lord.
The dark side of the Force has its ways to make way into every universe.
So, you see this cloud? This is why. Shield booster duration longer, bonus less, right? So these towers, like, and clouds can really mess with your playstyle. And I wasn't paying attention. Because I wasn't paying attention, I almost died. Dying is bad. Oh, what's up, Zup?
Hey, well, I'm gonna post your damn Twitch in the English recruitment channel.
Oh, please don't. Don't lie. I mean, okay. That being said, I might actually get viewers for once.
I just posted it in the local chat.
Oh, God. Oh, hey, Vader. You want to know an ancient Chinese secret? You know how you hate repairing the armor and structure on your ship?
No, because I'm an armor tank. What you mean?
Okay, your structure. You know how you were like, oh, I gotta pay to repair this?
Yeah.
Now that
That
we have a
shit sucks.
station, if you sit on the station, tethered to the station, it repairs your armor and hull. So if you watch, as soon as I get the tether thing in, which the abyssal thing's got to go away before this will work. See, it's tethered. Now this will repair, all on its own. It's I forget the time scale that it ticks at, but it'll just, oh yeah, I can put my drones out and they'll heal too. So it'll repair you, it'll repair your drones. See? My armor damage is full. No more having to pay for it.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So now we don't have to pay to repair anything anymore.
Warp drive active.
All right. All right. Somebody's watching on YouTube and somebody's watching on Twitch. And I don't know who's who. But let's run another tier 2 here. How much did I make on that run? 10 million for one run.
Oh man, YouTube. So I was the one on YouTube.
Okay.
And YouTube is super slow.
Is
the
it really?
The delay on YouTube, yeah. Like, so when you were doing the thing and then I was responding, that's the delay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like I made a comment and you were like, huh, what? I responded in real time to that, and apparently you didn't hear it, or it didn't come through. I don't know.
I understand. Okay. It's just YouTube is so like Twitch obviously is made for streaming, but YouTube has much better ways of passive monetization.
Yeah.
And
So here's a question.
Go ahead.
If you have somebody joining you for these abyssals, is the rewards split, or are they like duplicated for everyone that's there?
No, you have to manually figure out the loot, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish it automatically did that.
It's not like a bounty earnings where you just get the it is the
It's the items,
the items that you retrieve.
Yep.
Is what gives you the value from this. I
Yep.
see.
Facts. It gets so frustrating when my drones like go out on their own and they're like, we're gonna fight some people, and then I have specific targets I want to die first, and they're not targeting them because they're big buttheads.
Be flying around in right now, a hawk.
This is a worm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is a faction ship.
Yeah.
3.5 million from this one. That's a nice haul. Alright. Let's get some movement back up here.
Is the worm better than the hawk?
I've never used a hawk, so I don't know. What are the hawk's bonuses? Because the worm gives 100% or more than that to light drones, right? So
300.
yeah.
300% to drones, yeah.
But you can only use two of them.
The hawk is more missile focused. So, like the worm, you get 10% bonus to kinetic and thermal.
Per level.
Hawk, you get per level. The hawk, you get 10% bonus to light missile and rocket velocity per assault frigate bonus, and then Caldari, you get 10% bonus to kinetic, light, and rocket, plus a 5% bonus to launcher fire rate.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, like, do you have any drones at all in the hawk?
That is an excellent question. Not sure.
Because having drones here in the Abyssals, it makes things a lot easier.
You can also fit assault damage controls on the Hawk.
Those are nice. Like having that oh crap button. It's always nice having an oh crap button.
Yeah, let me see if they've got any drones.
Alright. So we got through the first one here.
I don't think they do. I think they're just missiles. Just a missile.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could easily do Abyssals in it. You may just cap out at a lower tier. Because I feel like the amount of DPS that I get with my drone bonus, that 300%, is huge in comparison.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have 2 smiths, a lookout, and a knight. The knight is a high DPS enemy, so we gotta be careful with him. And we gotta make sure our drones don't get popped. Because for some reason, everything loves to kill my drones. Come on, big money. Oh boy, come back, drones. Okay, got him back. 2.5. Not the best, but it's alright. Alright.
Okay, yeah. So I see your drone bandwidth is only 10, but you can carry 5.
Yeah, carry 5, but you get to basically. So, have you used the Gila? Which is it's basically it's a cruiser with the exact same setup. It just uses 2 medium drones as opposed to 2 light drones, and that is very popular for doing higher tier abyssals. I have one that I can safely run tier 3s. I can probably run tier 4 gammas. I've been a pansy to go and do it. So, but that's on me. That's not on the ship. Because the amount of enemies you have and like your targeting order of precedence becomes much more important. And I'm still trying to learn all the different nomenclatures for which ships to target first.
Yeah.
Right, like, because like this devoted knight has a cap neutralizer, which for my worm is deadly. Right, like if I lose my cap, then I can't use my shield booster and my afterburner, and I will die. I do not have much HP on this thing. It's so I have to take care of the neutralizers first. Well, and Webers, because same thing. Like if I'm not moving, I'm gonna get hit by everything. Hopefully, I'm gonna stream again tomorrow too, and I'm really hoping to get another big loot drop. Oh, this is a tough room. All right, here we go. So, this is one of the room that kills a lot of people that play in cruisers. This Charybdis Tyrannus, it's called the Karen room. This battleship, it can nuke you. It can almost one-shot you if you don't have your transversal up. It wrecks you. And hopefully it doesn't wreck me.
Oh, yeah, I think I was just reading about them today.
The Karen?
Yes, because that's the same thing that can spawn on the roaming drifter drones. Right?
Oh, I gotcha. Alright, let's get rid of these entanglers.
So yeah, this is all new.
Yeah, the Abyss is probably the highest ISK income that you can make per time in high sec, but it is risky. So it's, pick your poison. you know?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, let's take care of the Karen first. There is also, you see these red lines? If you go outside of the area, so if I went through these red lines, you start taking damage real fast. So you have to be careful not to, like this cloud of whitish stuff over here increases your speed by 200%. You can make you like fly through that cloud on accident, or fly through the border on accident, and you effectively just kill yourself. It's not an ideal way to go. Karen is taking a while to die here. And this is why that DPS difference between having these couple drones plus my missiles versus just the missiles, because some of these rooms are just straight DPS checks. Like, if I run into the Overmind battleship in these T2s, it'll take me 3 to 4 minutes just to kill that one target. And if you're on a 20-minute timer, like, taking 4 minutes to kill one ship, it's not a good thing. So you have to be careful. Because again, if your timer runs out, you die.
That sounds less than ideal.
Correct. Like, it is. There
Nos
are.
knows how I stand on those.
Yeah. Vader, it's not his cup of tea, and that's fine, right? Like, it's high risk, high reward. But it's not for everybody, because you do risk so much. Like right now, if I die, I'm out 2.5 billion ISK if I die in here, which is a lot. But in these T2s, I'm making almost 100 million ISK an hour, which for high sec is pretty good, considering level 4 missions is like about 40 million an hour, and then mining, you cap out with boosts at about 30 million an hour in high sec. So, and this is by no means the highest that you can get while doing Abyssals. Like if I was doing the tier 4s in my cruiser, it would be more.
The way that running level 4s can compete with Abyssals is kind of like what we had earlier, Region, where we had 6 of us, 3 of us in battleships, 2 Kronuses, me and Adami. We had a logistical ship. We had you and the Drake. Like that, where we were blasting through level 4s in 5 to 10 minutes, we could approach easily the 100 mil per person. But if it's like 2 or 3, or if you're doing it solo, probably 40 to 60, like Nos is saying.
Yeah.
Mainly depends on loot and stuff like that too.
Yeah, and you can, so that 40 is not including if you put out an MTU at each site and then go back and get it later, right? If you do that, you're going to increase your income.
You can
Also,
compete with, I think, Abyssals, right, at that point?
You can never compete with Abyssals because I'm not doing the top tier Abyssals, right? Like, you're doing the top tier missions.
What would be
top tier Abyssals are like almost 600
most
million an
people,
hour.
Yes, but most people don't have a $3 billion frigate or a cruiser to go and do those.
Agreed.
Most people will have stuff like me, where we're like billion, maybe 1.2 billion for our ship and fit.
Yeah, if you put 1.2 billion into a Gila, you can make 150 million an hour in Abyssals. It's gonna be boring though, because it's a Gila. But you absolutely can make more than you can doing missions. But like,
it's risky.
It is risky if you're doing.
I think give it a shot and see if you like it. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Nos can tell you, I went and did like 10, 15 of them with people.
Yeah.
I just ended up not really enjoying it too much.
Yep.
It's just, I like missions.
Yeah. And I like missions too. I run missions as well, right? Like I do missions, I do mining, I do abyssals. I was doing some scanning down sites yesterday.
I technically need to do more abyssals to finish this effing air program.
Well, that's fun. No, like the thing about the abyssals is it is for me the fastest I can make ISK, right? Because I have the very expensive implants, which allows me to run these with a better margin to safety.
Speaking of ISK making, I forgot who discovered it, but someone discovered our station can do reprocessing and a whole bunch of other stuff. We don't need like another, like we can do it all at our station.
What do you, I know we can do reprocessing. What do you mean?
There's something, one second. It was something that Carly was saying that he didn't know the stations could do, but apparently you're able to do it, and it's going to save a lot of time for production and other stuff.
I mean, I know we can reprocess. That's what the station's made for, is reprocessing. It's a refinery.
I talked to Carly, bro. You know, he's the Indu guy. I don't know. He was just like, oh my god, the station can do this. I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but judging by your excitement, I guess good.
No, like, if he's thinking like blueprints or stuff like that, I don't think it can. Because it was giving me like options and settings for it, but it doesn't give me the module slots for it. So like, it's not there. Oh boy.
What kind of abyssals are you doing?
These are exotics, specifically tailored for this ship and fit. So they're tier 2, so they're agitated exotics.
Ah, okay.
4.4 million. Okay. If I could only find.
Trying to compare the hawk.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to compare the hawk versus the worm.
Ah.
And it's, you know, one uses drones, one focuses on drone damage, the other one focuses on missile damage. From what I can tell, it looks like the hawk actually has better tank.
I mean, in these T2s, my tank comes into question sometimes, but I think that's mainly on my incorrect play than it is on the ship. Right? Because I'm not keeping the right distances on some of the ships that I need to be, and not doing some of the right things. I think the tank of this ship is fine. I mean, more tank is not bad. That's like, more tank is good for your, you know, margin of safety, as long as you have the DPS to clear the rooms.
Right. Do you know what the DPS is on your ship?
Currently listed at 238.2.
Okay. This hawk build that I'm looking at looks like it is marginally better, 238.5.
Oh yeah, effectively the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. The different like drones apply DPS better than a person, because drones automatically go find a new target. They hit the frigates really well. Now, granted, you do have to manage them, which is annoying because they can get shot at themselves. So there's a minus to that plus, 100%. Like, they're not just only good things. Wow, I've actually got 4 people in my stream. Nice.
Huh, so this one says that this hawk build is good for T5 dark or T4 exotics.
Okay, but that's probably with a full group, not solo.
Yeah. Used with 2.
Like, there's a Are you on abyssals.com, or let me see what the website is here?
Eve Workbench.
Abyss Tracker. So Eve Workbench has a offshoot site called Abyss Tracker.
Okay.
And that will show recent fits for Abyssals, what their average loot's been. It's a good resource. That's where I got the basis for this build, for this worm from. And I've just upgraded some of the fittings. Alright, so this should be an easier room here. I've got an escort and a deep watcher. Hopefully I can get decent loot for once.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Boom, bada bing. Robert!
Hello.
Yellow. What's up, Robert?
Hey.
I'm just running some Abyssals here on stream. Oh, 13 million loot in that one. Woohoo! Very nice.
Nice. Question.
Answer. Let's see if they match.
Okay. I can swap out my hardeners depending on missions. Lose about 20-ish, 22k effective HP. Gain 1,000-ish in armor repair. Gain about, depending on the mission, gain about 45% resistances in those mission needs. And be completely cap stable, like 100%, and have 20 to 30 more damage than previous build.
Okay, so what hardeners are you dropping that you're gaining repair and you're gaining, you said resists as well? Like, how are you losing hardeners and gaining resists?
Because I dropped one, I dropped one hardener instead of having two. And then what I mean by that is, here, I'll just explain it. Hold on. Let me save this fit. One sec. Save.
Slowly kill off this frickin' battleship here. They got so much HP.
Okay, my current fit, I have a resistance booster, and then I have an armor booster across the board. So, what I mean by armor booster is it's a reactive armor hardener.
Yeah.
And I took away the reactive armor hardener, and I took away technically a one of my drone amplifiers. It's a weird build. It's weird. Hold on, let me figure something out.
I can tell you right now, if you take off the reactive armor hardener, you will not be able to tank level 4s. The reactive armor hardener provides more resist than any other module.
So my resistance is currently, one second.
These little missiles dancing around here. Gosh, this ship is taking so long to kill.
So let's just say I'm simulating right now.
Okay.
I'm looking at what you're talking about. Trying to compare, get an understanding. With let's just say it's all like it's not on the ship. I'm at 65, 54, 54, 36. And then let's just say I go to this one. I'm at 58, 70, 70, 25. But again, that's where I'm saying that the hardeners are, I see what mission is. So I request the mission. Boom. Go look it up. See what damage they're dealing. Cool. Swap over my hardeners for that and have 70 to 72-ish% resistances versus the 60s.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reactive armor hardener, when you're looking at, like, oh, my resists right now are 50, 66, 70, and 54, right? The reactive armor hardener becomes resists to whatever you're taking, right? Every time it cycles, it gives you higher resists into the last damage that you took, and the less resists into the last damages you didn't take.
Okay, okay. I see where you're coming from now. Okay.
So instead of 15 across the board, it ends up being either like 45 to 1 or 30 to 2, depending if you're taking multiple damage types or not. So it is worth its weight in gold in the PvE missions, because you're always getting hit by only, at a maximum, 2 types of damage.
I see where you're coming from now, yeah.
So, like, having one of the modules in the damage type that you're going to be taking, cool. But don't get rid of the reactive one. It is so useful, because what can happen is you're sitting here, you're like, okay, I'm going to swap out, I'm going to put on my thermal resist and my explosive because I'm going to do these guys. And then what happens if somebody else pulls a mission and you go with them and you didn't change out your modules and you get popped?
Okay, so my resistance is still there. It was the hardener that I took off. So you're saying it'd be better to take off the resistance one and keep the hardener?
The hardener is through and through the best module for resists in PvE missions, very specifically, because NPCs don't know how to switch ammo. Now, if that is your only resistance module, is the hardener, that's a little light for trying to do elf wars, right? Like, even my paladin, which has a bastion module, so it gets huge bonuses to tankiness, I have...
That's not my only resistance, though.
Okay, what do you have as your other one?
So, like, you would have the reactive armor hardener.
Yep.
So that's the across the board. And let's say, I'm like earlier, the one I was kind of struggling with, the Angel Cartel or whatever it was. So they do kinetic and thermal. I will have a thermal armor hardener, and I will also have a kinetic armor hardener.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it that way, that will be sufficient for doing the PvE missions, right? Just be very careful if you're using specific ones and you're running missions with multiple people, because somebody else might pull a mission and then you go do it and you don't swap out your modules.
Let me modify this thing. Okay.
Right? It is more efficient to do it that way, but it comes with that risk of, if you forget, you can unalive yourself because of a mistake that is easy to make. Because I know I don't check my fit every single time I go out to run Elf Wars.
You're good. No, I appreciate this. This is nice. I like this. The feedback.
Yeah, it's the way that you're designing it is more efficient. It's just requires you to make more conscious thought prior to undocking to go do it. So you're more efficient, but you require more more thought process to do it. And I am dumb, so I like dummy-proof builds, effectively. Because I do stupid things. So.
It's just, I don't really have an issue with the tanking. This hasn't really been an issue. It's the damage that's been the issue.
No, I get
It's
that.
like, and I'm trying to figure out how can I work out more damage and still be maybe just as efficient. And I'm trying, one of the things, just had a guy apply.
Is that Moon Dancer? Was that the
Yeah.
one that you were talking to?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm currently in an Abyssal, so I do not have the bandwidth to properly...
You're good.
I accepted it.
Yay!
I don't even, the only way that I've been able to get people in, because I don't think I have that power at all, is I just, whenever I see the application, if it's somebody I've been talking to, I click on it and it says invite to corp, and I'm like, yep, do that. Yep,
yeah, that's all
what
you
I
have
want
to
you
do.
to do.
Yep. I gave everyone the ability to accept invitations.
Okay.
That'll change, I guess, after we have more stuff. But like you guys accepting an invitation, they can't get in the hangars until I give them permissions. So, like,
Yeah. Figured that out today.
oh, yeah. I mean, I've been making out stuff to do and getting on and doing admin every day is fun. Hello, Fanoy 256. So the fun of admin. When we swapped where we were staying at, oh man, that was all the projects. But now we can refine at a bonus, and then you can sell those things straight to the corp in that station that you refined it at. So, and that, I believe that bonus, does it work for modules as well? I know you get less tax on it, so that's a bonus as far as doing it there instead of Sandcastle.
Give me 1 second. I think I may have figured out a build.
Interesting little laugh you had there. What are we on here? We're still Pocket 2. These pockets take so much longer than the T1s, but the loot is so much better. There we go. Alright, on to the last pocket. I have almost 13 minutes left. That's good. Alright. Another decently long room.
I just learned amazing news.
What's that?
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Can you call my boss and get that same deal put in, please?
Yeah. What's his name? What's the number? Done.
His name is Senior Chief Miller, and his number starts with 090. So unless you want to dial Japan, I'd recommend not calling.
I just give him a call from my company soft phone. That's my work problem. Maybe a me problem for Tuesday.
Yeah, but
Not for tomorrow.
Tuesday you doesn't care about today you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
What do you do?
I'm in the U.S. Navy.
I figured
Yeah.
with the whole chief.
Yeah.
I don't know. His title gave me naval vibes.
Yep. It's
Or are you not at liberty to discuss what exactly you do?
Oh, well, right now I'm on shore duty. I don't do much of anything. I manage a building, and I take care of incoming like part requests for submarines and take care of their port visits here in the Asia Theater. When I'm on
manage an ETH Corp.
Yeah, and when I'm on sea duty, I oversee the operations of a nuclear reactor. So.
Oh, okay.
So this is the low stress part of my life.
New one. I sacrificed 20-ish damage, but
20-ish.
Yes, and then also sacrificed about 17-ish K, no, 22-ish K in HP. But hold on. I am cap stable, 100% with these are my hardeners or whatever you want to call them. I got the reactive hardener, armor hardener. I've got a compact multi-spectrum energized membrane. I've got a multi-spectrum coating, and I've also got a Dominion large armor repair at 1200 every 10 seconds.
How much was the repair?
1200.
Okay.
But it's technically with my drones. I think. Let me look. I'm trying to figure out shit. Build's bothering me. Well, actually, let me switch into the ammo I would actually use. Hold on. That would help a lot.
Oh, do you just have like standard ammo?
Yeah, I normally use Caldari Navy. So, what?
Oh, one of the guys in Twitch is. I'm jealous. I wish I could have went to the Orlando Nuke School. Oh gosh. Yeah. Freaking Goose Creek, South Carolina. Ugh.
I don't need my drones. I don't need my drones to go all the way out to 80K. I'm okay at 60. Let me see something here.
Got out in 97, huh? Wow. Bit older than I am there, Grim. Oy. Lord. Yeah. I joined originally July 17th of 2001. So.
Now that right there has changed.
I'm not a spring chicken as far as the military goes. But
here, I'm getting ready to save it and I'm gonna send it in Corp chat. You
Okay.
tell me what you think, Nos. Hi, Robert. Robert.
let's see. 2 Dragonics. Alright. Waiting to see your fit here.
Oh no, that is being stupid.
I've never compared, but I assume light missiles are significantly more DPS than rockets, yeah?
Rockets are more DPS, but shorter range.
Understood.
Way shorter range. You gotta be hugging the enemy.
Well, I fucked up and posted in local. I don't give two fucks. Come get me, bitch.
Local. You're a terrorist.
Yep.
Ooh, 4.8 million on this cash. That's nice. Alright, let's simulate that. Used with, we're probably using antimatter ammo. Alright.
Yeah,
I
Caldari,
show
antimatter, or
Oh, I put on standard, but it doesn't matter because my skills with those guns aren't like yours anyways, so...
yeah,
That's
you're
fine.
ridiculously strong.
No, not for Galente. I fly
Yeah.
Amar ships. Um,
Yeah.
so let's see. 637.4 is the listed sheet for mine for the DPS.
How much?
637.4.
And that's
And that's with
yeah,
antimatter.
see.
Regular, not faction.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Mike, you're still better than me.
It's just the drones then, probably.
Drones. I don't know. It's gotta be because with me, with my drones, I'd be at what, six,
Hold on, let me...
seven-ish?
Without the drones, I'm at 294.6.
Okay,
So,
yeah, because
it's all
my
drones.
guns are, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what...
My guns with faction are 463, and then my drones are 217.
If you look at my drone skills, let's see here. Avionics, durability, interfacing, navigation, sharpshooting, drones, all capped. Fighters is capped, but we're not in a carrier right now. The only thing I could do better on would be think my heavy drones is not capped, so that could be capped, and then the specialization could be capped. So
Why Robert leave?
Nani?
Why Robert?
I don't know.
Robert said he was done listening. With other things. I don't know.
What's going on? I'm like, I didn't even hear him. Like, I can barely hear him. Normally, I can hear him.
Yeah, he was sharing his screen. He was doing some. I think he was doing some like corp hanger management.
Oh, he's back online now.
Okay.
Maybe he had interweb problems.
I was like, I wasn't trying to be rude to him. Like, was he talking and I just didn't hear him? I am so sorry. Like, what the fuck? My bad,
Yeah.
bro. No, but like, okay, so here, that's the technical newish build, Nos. Here's my current fit.
Technical newish build.
You know what I mean?
I do. I have to pay attention to this right now because there's a Karen in this pocket.
Oh, no, you do what you gotta do first.
Yeah, and I don't want to die in one shot because that's what it will do to me.
Technically, man, I don't know.
Oh, what a terrible loot box for a Karen room. I definitely have time to go get this other loot.
That Moon Dancer is the guy that lost his freighter, by the way.
Oh, that's sad, dude.
Yeah. I still convinced him to join. He wasn't too happy about Rage Quit. So I was like, no, please, come and think about it tomorrow. If you still want to join us tomorrow, apply. So. Oh, he's right up your alley. Right up your alley.
Oh yeah.
You own him on Pop Gullets. Yep. He likes some more.
Hey, the lasers are good. Okay. I like being able to not have to reload ammo ever.
Until they accidentally malfunction. Portrait delivery.
Like being able to just throw on non-faction ammo and it never runs out is amazing. Wow, that was a waste of a 60-kilometer jaunt. Oh well. Alright, now just for the Karen. Oh no, the drones didn't automatically engage.
So, Nos, are you looking someone to join you on these?
I'm always down for doing that. I will definitely lower the tier rating though, because I don't want to be responsible for somebody getting blowed up. So
Sure.
not
Sure.
gonna.
Sure.
Have you gotten blowed up when you were with me, Vader?
Mm.
Look, okay,
Just
I
trying
may
to
have
give you
almost
a-
died, but I didn't. I didn't. That's the key fact.
Let's just say it was funny. He's like, "Oh, this should be easy." And he goes in. He's like, "Wait, Vader. I don't know if you want to come in yet. Wait."
Welcome back, Rob.
No, it was good though. Nos will do his job. He's good. I just like giving him a hard time. And hi, Robert.
I had a little panic moment there because my computer crashed in the middle of a wormhole.
Always exciting times.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I'd
I
use the
thought
word
I
exciting.
I think someone's hunting me now. Yeah,
I
because
thought I
there's like
accident-
probes and shit.
I
That's
thought I accidentally
terrifying.
was over talked to you or something by mistake, and I was like, "Shit, my bad." I guess I didn't hear him talk or something.
Yeah, I was trying to talk. If I was talking and not responding to you guys, like everything was frozen up.
Yeah, I didn't hear you at all.
Ugh.
And then we heard something randomly, and Regent said you said something, but couldn't really understand it, and then you were just gone.
Anyways, yeah, if you want to watch me panic, I'm streaming.
Just let me know when you're ready for my current fit, or I have a current fit. Maybe you could help me figure out how to adjust this just to get a little bit more DPS.
Oh Jesus, he hit me
While we're waiting
once.
on that,
Oh my god, it took off half my shields in one hit. Ah,
Nos, you're using standard light, like tier 2 or factions, not rapid lights, right? Launchers.
correct. I am using, wait, what? That's, we don't want to look at his fit, we want to look at my fit. The Aerobliss Compact Light Missile Launcher.
Okay.
I don't have enough power grid and CPU space for the Type 2 launchers. I just got skilled into them because I'd never done missiles before because I'm a Mar. And then I couldn't fit them on the ship and I was really disheartened by that. So I might look at some abyssal fittings to free up some of my space. Because I'd love...
Well, the reason that I ask is, do you go through a full load of missiles for each space?
No. No, I do not. But, again, I have the drones, so... This one I will, because I have an Overmind. This is the longest room, by far. The Overmind here is the DPS check of Abyssals. He's thick. Really thick. Doesn't deal any damage. Just takes an insane amount of time to kill.
I'm deciding whether or not to use rapids for this build or regulars.
Oh, I mean, if you have the fitting space, go for whatever's the highest DPS. Or, I mean, I guess you're going with the Hawk, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you will have to reload in a room like this one where there's the Abyssal, but most rooms you will not have to reload.
Well, right. So, and if I'm doing rapids, it's a lower capacity, higher fire rate, so it is a higher DPS, but that kind of gets mitigated if I end up having to reload in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I would just I would still think that it's worth it because many times you will be able to get through the fight without, and even if you have to reload, say, once during the fight, you can fully reload before going into the next pocket. So you will always enter a pocket with a full load of missiles if you so desire. Because like right now, I'm reloading on my way back after getting these loot cache because my missiles don't make it 47 kilometers, so might as well reload them now. God, this guy. My drones have barely gotten through the shields on this thing. Gosh. All right. And woo. Note to self: don't drive straight at battleship. Bad for health. Glad I have that little warning sound when my shields are about to go out.
I think I'm about to build a stupid fit on this thing, so I think I may have just figured out I might just change my guns. I don't know yet.
I mean, if you can change the guns and you get more DPS, more range, then I mean, try it out.
I don't know. I get a little bit more range and a little bit more DPS, but I have to use. No, I get a little bit more DPS regardless. I'm just. I think you.
How long until you can use the T2 guns? A while.
Good question.
A while. Got it.
More than likely.
Yeah. No, like getting into the T2 modules on the bigger ships takes quite a long time. And it's all these little tiny incremental upgrades that end up giving the big boosts. You know, like getting your, for you, large hybrid turret rank 5. It's going to be a long train.
Right now, a month.
A month, okay.
A month, yeah, a month.
Just a month. What do I have in my queue here? 82 days? Yeah.
If I added it to my current queue, a month and 13 days.
Nice. Okay.
It's just because of the implant stuff that I have. So
I got you.
but I think I'm gonna keep doing that, even though it's gonna be stupid. I think I'm just gonna keep doing it because I'm enjoying. This is pretty nice.
What are you working on? Cybernetics or?
No, it's like a $2 or $3 boost or whatever. Well, I technically got it when I got my Omega because I did the mastery package and the mystery package 2 or whatever. So you got a plus 12 to all attributes.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the 30s.
Yeah. Definitely makes training go a little faster.
It does, but it's not gonna last too long. It's not gonna last too long. I think it's only for a certain amount of days.
Yeah.
But I'm using this boost to try to get my magic 14 to where they need to be.
Ah, gotcha. This overmind, like, I have 5.5 minutes left until I go poof in this abyssal. That's how long this overmind has taken to frickin' kill. It's still not dead. If I got 3 of these rooms in a row, I don't think I would make it. I'm pretty sure I would time out, which would be very sad. It'd be a sad way to go. Ah, nope, don't go through the edge. Yeah, we just got the 5-minute warning.
Okay, so I actually don't have too long until I can use Tech 2 armor repair.
Okay, that's good. And then keep in mind, like,
3 days.
Always check contracts for the abyssal versions of those. So you can get much better modules with the abyssal versions. Like my shield extender here is the abyssal version, so it hits more hit point bonus. Right, so
Are you talking about like the Corpus and the Core X's and then like the Centauruses and stuff like that?
No, there's so like when I'm running these abyssals, I'll show you. I suppose you're not watching, are you, Vader?
No, I'm sorry. I am currently trying to figure out this fit for my dominant.
So there's.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. There is items you can find in the Abyssals, multi-plasmids,
Oh.
and they change a module plus or minus, right? So there's a benefit or a negative drawback. So you're basically like gambling, rolling the stats, but you can check on contracts to actually find better versions of your items. So, for example,
Active.
I really want to use tier 2 missile launchers on my ship, but I don't have the CPU and power grid to do it. I can look for batteries where the attributes of the fitting are reduced from the abyssal to make it so that I can fit. So if you go to finance and then contracts and then contract
Okay,
search.
hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm there at contracts. I'm there at contract search. Yeah, I'm
So,
right
like,
there.
For
I need to
me,
go to Jita once.
I'm going to type in small abyssal cap battery. Ooh, well, helps if I turn item category to module. And then there's a huge list of them. And because I specifically need better CPU and power grid, that's what I'm going to look for. But I do need to maintain my cap. So 182 is what I'm looking for. So I need 182 for cap, and then better power grid and CPU. It's going to be an expensive one probably for me. Probably very expensive, it looks like. Oh boy. I don't know of a way to actually like sort these, which would be very nice. Well, I am not spending that much. Are there other batteries besides? Less than ideal here. Doesn't look like I'm gonna find what I'm looking for. So that means I can check the shield extender instead.
Ooh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
There is not a lot of shield extenders here. So my current one has 632 HP. Takes 16 point. Oh, it's got a benefit on both already, it looks like. Okay. Yeah. Wow, there's no way I'm gonna find something that's better than that one. Well, it looks like I'm just not gonna get tier 2 missiles on this ship. Sad face. Did you find all the modules there?
I'm trying to, but I'm trying to figure out how to make it just Jita. Like, what's that Jita? I can't seem to do that.
So when you're in your contracts, you just go location on the left side. So you have the search bar, and right below that there's location, and you can
pick location.
Yeah. Let's drop off the loot before I do another run, because no sense in carrying it all with me.
Just to lose it because of a mistake.
Yeah. Okay. And I should have been using my freaking hard shell. There's no reason not to. That would have helped with the booster problems where I was getting my shields eaten through.
never clicked faster in my life with this. Trying to hack in the middle of a zone that I know someone is in.
That somebody's trying to actively come for you.
I saw the probes.
Combat probes or scanner probes?
I didn't catch them. They were very fast.
Gotcha.
They were only up for like a second.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's when you see those combat scanner probes that you're like, uh-oh. Do you have a cloaking device on your ship?
I do, but I'm actively hacking right now.
Gotcha. Alright, let's go. Another tier 2. What do we got for this room? You know, I haven't gotten any of the easy rooms today, where it's all just the little freaking frigate Teslas. It's always been these Lancers and stuff. The chonky boys. Probably want to turn on my afterburner here. And they go for the drones right away. Turret tracking, so that's not going to be good for my drone's health. Alright. Well, we got a few more people in the stream today. That's always nice. Normally it's just me by myself, talking to myself. Just shy of 4 million in the first one here.
Why do I feel like this is a scam? But it doesn't, at the same time, it's looking pretty legit.
Why do I feel like if you say it looks like a scam, it's a scam?
Well, it's just because this. It says you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 large abyssal repair armor ones. Like you'll get one of each of these that he's putting in here.
Okay.
And you're paying 24 million.
Okay, but what are the stats on them all? Because he probably rolled a bunch of them, and those are all the ones that didn't roll well.
To be honest, one of them is, they're not too bad. I'd say half green to full. Like one right now is, for me, for my current fit, the only thing that's negative on it is it would be to activate it. It would be plus 20.84 on my power grid, which I have plenty of that to spare. Activation time is less. Armor hit points repaired, I get more. I get lower CPU usage, and I get lower overall power grid usage.
Okay. It also, you can look at what the base module is that they used. So, for instance, they may have used an enduring armor repair. They may have used type 2 armor repair. They might have used a...
Yep, the very one you just said is what they used, the enduring.
Yeah.
Okay, now you said that. Okay, I'm gonna take a better look. Thank you.
So you can find things like some of the more expensive ones. It'll be like a type C Pydium, right? Like you can find really expensive ones that have been abyssal that have, if you take a 80 million module to start with and you give it, plus 1 or 5% to each stat, it becomes very valuable. But you got to be careful because you can find ones where like they're all huge green stats, but it was based off of like a base, armor repair 1, so it's those stats don't even make it as good as an armor repair 2.
I see what you're saying now. Okay. Let me go look at one of the more expensive ones. Okay, let me do.
It took almost 4 minutes to get through that pocket with those Lancers. And there's another one. Lord. Can I just get the quick pockets? Is it too much it's too much to ask. That's okay.
I just want to be more cap stable. That's all I want.
I mean, for doing missions, you don't have to be 100% cap stable.
I know, but I'm pretty low.
You're like, I have 2 minutes until
2
my cap
minutes.
runs out.
You just said it. Oh, you just said it, but
Well,
if I have to take a full-on blown damage, yeah, it's about 2.5.
is that with everything running? Ooh, there's a 5 million.
Like,
That's
yeah, that's without it. I think let me see, without my afterburner, I think I'm okay.
Because I mean, it's not like you're running an
With-
afterburner in a battleship to like avoid
No.
getting shot.
No,
You're not.
I'm truthfully at 7 minutes. So I was just kind of joking. I'm like, no, if I'm doing everything good, I only got like 2 minutes. I swear. But no, I'm at like 7 minutes. If I'm not
okay.
using it, if it's online, I'm at like 7 minutes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm just screwing around right now. I'm trying to figure some stupid stuff out because I didn't know about this. So now I'm looking at stuff
And you're like,
I'm
oh man, this
what can I
gives
try
me
to
so many more
figure out to
options.
replace? Yes, exactly. Now I'm looking at the resistance module. It's like, maybe since there's not a good armor repair one right now for me, maybe I can up my resistance.
There's resist, there's armor repair, your like drone damage links, your weapon ones. There's ones for all of them, right? Like, all right, we're gonna pull the drones back in. They are getting way out.
No, leave
there.
them out. They're drunk.
Well, you know, something about like the ships and the drones are just going farther and farther away from me, and I ain't about that life right now. So, and I really want to get rid of this one that's preventing me from doing any targeting because it's annoying.
Let's see here.
It's nice seeing some people in the Twitch. Nobody's talking, but they're there. Just creeping. Got a couple people on the YouTube as well. Nice.
That's always good.
Yeah. I have Tuesdays and Thursdays, Japan time. I have scheduled time where I'm going to stream, which is listed on my YouTube and on my Twitch. So it's 3 to 5 p.m. Japan time, which is awkward time for the rest of the world, but maybe some people in Australia or people who are staying up late in the UK.
The mutated drone damage amplifiers
Are expensive.
are crazy in price.
Yep. Yeah. The drone boats, because a lot of those are used for really high-end fits for the Gila for doing the high-end abyssals. So, and those people spend a lot on some of those fits.
I can't seem to find any hardeners or anything like that. It's weird.
I thought there was. I'm not 100% certain on every type of module though that can be abyssal.
Well, it says one sec. Where do you go? It says armor resistant surf hardener. So I was like, okay, what is that? Nothing. Weird.
Nothing. And a battleship room. You know,
Ooh.
So, was it 2 days ago when I was playing? I was getting all the rooms where the enemies, they have like decent DPS, but they die super quick. And I think I just got spoiled. Because the runs were going so fast that I was making really good ISK per hour because of that. And now I'm getting all the rooms that are freaking chunky boys. Sorry, maybe tomorrow I'll get the same thing with the low HP enemies. Might try some stuff with the T3 and the Gila, just to switch it up. man, my drones didn't go for the battleship, unfortunately. Where the heck is this? Ah, that side. Love the running into stuff in this game. How you just bounce off it.
How it should be.
Yeah. You don't take any damage. You're just like, ping! Alright, so we need to go at this guy. Go off that way.
Why are there, like, no faction missile launchers in the Citadel?
Well, because people buy them.
Well,
I don't
make 'em
know.
stop.
They need to stop the. You're like, I want some of this good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I.
Having trouble fitting because I'm not. My launchers aren't tier 5, so my fitting is just a little off.
Gotcha.
Trying to squeeze that last little bit out of it, but I think I got a fitting here. This will likely work so long as I can find.
What are you using for your tank / booster?
A Gisty A type. So
Okay.
I got fitted, and that doesn't exist in this region. In this.
I have a Gisty B type, so I mean, like, you don't need to go that fan. Like, how expensive is that thing?
Actually, the A type might be a little cheaper. Let's see.
What?
But it doesn't exist, so.
You're like, it's cheaper, but nobody's got any for sale.
Yeah, no, I am incorrect. It is more expensive. It's 147 million versus the B type 114 million.
Gotcha. Yeah, the B type is working well for me.
Can't find.
I. Part of me wants to go and splurge on those drone damage ones, the abyssal ones, but those are just so expensive.
Yeah, type A is like, I mean, it's a whole 9 additional HP.
How much actual like shield HP do you have?
0.
In this bit, my shield HP is 1168.
1168. Oh boy. I'm at 3000. And one hit from the Karen took off over half of my shield. So it hit me for 1500.
What's missing then?
Do you have a extender? I have a shield extender. And I have one of my rigs as a field extender.
No, but also, that's not the effective HP.
Well, no.
This does have a hardener. It has a hardener and a booster. No extender.
So, the hardener will help you until you get to the damage type that the abyssal is, because you're just going to lose 50% resistance for whichever one.
Well, I mean, this is an abyssal fit.
Yeah. Just pay more attention than I do when flying. Because, I mean, I only got hit by the Karen because I wasn't paying attention to my transversal.
Right.
The blast grip Tesla, that, however, if you get within 20 kilometers of it, it will just nuke you. Like, it has the tracking to hit frigates. So that one, it's a cruiser, and it will destroy you. That's the one, like, I have a video up of me. I got down to 14% structure because I was not respecting it. And I was playing wrong. And they deal a lot of DPS. And for me, because I play with the drones, they they freaking attack your drones like all the time. So it's like trying to go in to get it to target me, and it did.
There might be something that I'm missing here because the fit shows this as having 15,000 effective HP.
And what effective HP do you have? Because my effective HP is only 8,400. And I get
Oh. Mine
48
showing effective HP is 23,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get 48 HP a second from my booster and 16 HP a second from passive shield regen. So I have a total of 64 HP a second of recovery.
Oh, I might spend that 29 mil and get that one right there. I just linked the second one.
Let's see.
The only thing that's negative for me is it costs a pretty good bit to activate it, but I don't know if that's going to affect me too hard.
Well, that's cap usage, right? So.
Yeah.
Let
me see what my current one is at.
That's really going to hit your cap hard because it cycles faster and it causes more cap usage. But I mean, the pros are
my current one uses a lot less activation cost, so yeah, I'm not going to do that actually. My current one is 360 because I have a faction one right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a domination.
Yeah, but if you have a faction one, then I wouldn't recommend getting something that isn't at least tier 2 or faction, probably faction.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I have a domination large armor repair right now, which is 1217 HP a second. Not a second, but every 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go switch out to the guns, because that'll put me at almost 500 offense as long as I get a little bit more if I use faction ammo, which sucks, but it'll probably push me past what I need to be at.
I mean, I use faction ammo regardless, right?
Okay,
faction or
fair.
tier 2 ammo.
I'll stop being a punk.
I get that it costs
I'll
more,
stop being a punk.
but because your kill speed in level 4s is determining how much income you're making, having the faction ammo definitely makes up for it. Also, just buy regular ammo in stacks of 5,000 and then use your loyalty points to purchase your faction ammo. Because you can,
you know what? Thank
you can do it
for saying
yourself.
that. Because I'm currently at our HQ, or our old HQ. So yeah, no, this works perfect.
Yeah, because that way you're not taking somebody else's markup for where they're taking it and selling it, so you save money. And because you are running the level 4s and level 3s, you have the loyalty points to use.
That's why use sucker. They're using implants, and the implants is how they got the extra CPU from this fit.
Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, I can't swap out for CPU implants. I have the Nirvana set on, so. And I'm not gonna. I can make a new clone, but I'm not gonna change this one's implants. There's just too much in it.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the Jita first and get the guns and stuff because I can't get that from here, and then see how much money I have left over. Make sure I don't accidentally screw myself because the guns are like one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You'll buy everything you think you need, and then you're going and like you need one more thing for the fit to work.
Yep. And it's like, let me not do this. Let me just go do this real quick. Let me not be stupid.
Well.
Alrighty. Wish me luck. Hi, maybe I would.
You'll be fine. You got this.
Let me make sure I don't have too much money in my cargo hold. Let me take this out.
Gosh. I've been getting battleship rooms every freaking time. You know what? Why didn't I go for this loot since I'm sitting here mindlessly shooting a battleship?
Because you have a fun.
Freaking, I've got more people actually watching me on Twitch. Enough to actually be above the 3 that are required for the Twitch to care about you. But I still need, what, 37 more followers, so it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Anything's anything, man.
Well, also though, like, YouTube, I have the subscriber count, but I don't have the watch time. So it's like this. Like, I can't. One, I have one thing, and the other, I have the other thing. I can't balance it out correctly. I'll figure it out one of these days. It's alright. It's not my source of income, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Get those people that do this for a living, and that's got to be stressful.
Let's see. I've got. No. I've got a little bit of this to work with. Not too bad.
So you know how I complained about the battleships being in the rooms? There's now 2 battleships in this room. That's what I get. That's what I get for nagging and complaining.
Yes.
They are easier to deal with. The Lashaks that you face in here, they start with no shields, no armor, and like 25% hull. So as long as they don't hit you, you're fine. Ooh, 6.5 million in that loot cache. That's a nice one. Can't let the Lashaks stick around too long though, because they will armor rep each other. Oh, Vader, you know how I'd asked you for the Vexer skin?
Yeah.
How funny would it be
I
to
have
like
I
10
think
of
I have
us
1 or
in,
2 more.
10 of us in Vexers just going out roaming around being tools? With like maybe 3 or 4 people in frigates to actually lock people down.
It'd be funny, to be honest, if we could do it right.
So many drones. Because once you get people locked down, drones are just so annoying to deal with.
Just go randomly, like. Let's go find. Oh, that was a big old lightning strike. What the fuck?
I wish there was lightning out here. There's like never storms here. I miss
There's a
having
pretty
like,
one going on right
thunderstorms.
now.
I really miss having
We had
thunderstorms.
a tornado about a mile away from our house the other day.
Alright, well, that I don't necessarily miss. I have seen one from like my mother's front yard once, which is a little too close for comfort, you know.
Oh yeah, they'll fuck shit up in a heartbeat.
It took out like the gymnasium at my middle school that I went to when I was a kid, and I was like, ha ha, karma.
I wonder how much faction resistance mods are.
Oh,
Well, I
like
can
if you
actually
want
almost
like you want thermal resistance from like Sanchas or something.
No, like the like if there's faction versions of the compact multi-spectrum energized and Marines
Oh,
and shit like that.
expensive, very expensive.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want the individual resistance, like to one stat, very affordable. If you want the multi ones, it's going to cost you.
Because see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy the new guns and then turn around and sell these guns.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't need 2 sets of guns for one ship.
I'm almost in Vegeta.
I haven't
The trek
checked.
is
I probably have
almost
to do a
over.
G to run for the Corp today.
And that's illegal.
What's illegal?
You doing corp runs?
Yeah, well, somebody has to do it.
Well, it's above your pay grade, man. Whoa, another big lightning strike. That was cool.
Did you say that's above my pay grade? There is no pay grade higher. I'm confused. Alright, so this one took me 9.5 minutes to do that one. That's a little better.
Okay, improvement.
Well, it's all in the rooms that I get.
But to finish my Magic 14, 1 second. I don't want to be out here too long in Cheetah. I'm trying to get my ship area to move.
What's the loot that you're getting from those sites that's so expensive? That's so valuable?
So there's higher tier filaments. There's the multiplasmids, so like this ballistic control system multiplasmid's worth 4 million. The base loot, which is called red loot, Triglavian survey database, are worth 100,000 each, and you get a bunch of those. And we do have corp. Go ahead.
What are these things used for?
So the survey databases, crystalline isogen, and 0-point condensate are used for the crafting of all the Triglavian ships and ammunition. And with the Corp, we have buyback for the survey databases, the 0-point condensate, and the isogen. So you don't have to take it to Jita if you don't want to. You can just sell it to the Corp at 90% of Jita price. And then I take it and go sell it. So it's helpful for the Corp because the Corp makes 1 to 4% depending on market, and then you don't have to make Jita runs.
Hi, Pommy.
Oh, Pommy's in the chat. Hey, how's it going?
Were you the one who jumped in a wormhole with me a couple days ago? Because there's one in Wyra too.
Pommy's been
hear
going
you.
in wormholes?
We see the light, light up, but you're not. We can't hear anything.
There we go. Mic's on now.
There we go. How's it going, Pommy?
Yes. Yeah, good. And no, I haven't been any wormholes.
Maybe I was thinking of someone else. Sorry.
I was gonna say that's some dicey flying there for Pommy.
Yes, I'm super cautious.
Yeah, I am terrified of wormholes. I've used them a couple times for transporting stuff around. That's about it. They scare me. No local chat. There we go. 6.8 million from this loot cache. Another nice one. And we, I got lucky. This is one of the faster rooms where the enemies are low HP, high damage.
What's the logic in having these two stations now?
Well, we've only got one station. Because we own that station, the one in Wyra. We own it. So If you reprocess in it, the corp gets a percentage. Excuse me. B, every week it's going to produce moon asteroids for us to mine, which are more valuable than the regular asteroids that we would normally mine.
Okay, but I read somewhere that we would be combat from the old station.
So, the security missions are still run out of Space Lane because that's where the agents are. So there's no we can't move NPC agents around, so that they'll always be out of there. And I'm not opposed to us stocking those hangars. But for right now, like, there's only so much stuff, so we'd have to get more stuff to stock out both. So right now it's just the one.
Yeah, sure. No, I just wanted to understand what was happening. That's all, because I've been away a bit.
Yeah, no. And then next week, there's a calendar invite for when the moon mining will be. And then once that comes up for the first time, we'll be able to see if we can clear all of it or not. Which I think we will be able to. We'll see though. It's going to be like 550 million ISK worth of moon ore, which is going to get kicked up. So that'll be what'll be available to the corp mates to mine. If we clear that, and if the station's doing okay, then maybe we can look at putting rigs in the station, which can increase the reprocessing efficiency and the amount of moon ore put up.
Okay, so now it makes sense to all the junk we pick up to reprocess it.
There. Yeah. Because it gives... So when you do it at an NPC station, you pay tax, right, to reprocess stuff, which just goes to nowhere because it's an NPC that's taking the tax money from you. If you do it at our station, the tax money goes to the corp, and it's also like it's a 1% tax as opposed to like the NPC station, which is like 6%.
Okay, because I'm enjoying salvaging and looting at the moment. Just something I'm learning how to do. I picked up scanning, which is good.
Yeah, that can be. You can find some cool stuff with scanning. With like yesterday, I found a site in Wyra. It was a combat site that I scanned down, and when I went there and did the fighting, there was low-sec ore in the combat site. So then you can come back with the miner and you can mine the low-sec ore, but you're in high-sec. Oop. Crap.
Okay.
Doorbell, 1 second.
And if you want to watch wormhole scanning, feel free to watch my stream.
Okay. Actually, I've got to pop out. I've got a few things to do, but I'll be back in an hour or less.
That was good, Palmer.
That was fun. All right.
Okay, mate. I just need to go out and do some chores. I'll be back in an hour or less.
Alrighty, Pommy. Take it easy. Wait. My screen is off. There we go. Nobody wants to see my wall. There we go.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I want to try to get to upgrade this bit.
What is the... Like, is that the ship that you plan on using long term, or do you plan on, like, going into a Marauder?
Eventually Marauder, but that's going to be a little bit. I have to get guaranteed tier 2s, so that alone for the guns is a month out.
Yeah. Well, plus the Marauder itself, which is a long train.
Yeah. I mean, I might try to go into like get myself a Navy Megathron or and then like eventually turn this more into a drone boat. I don't know, but I don't really. Besides a Kronos, I don't. Let me look.
Alright, Kikomoras. Well, if I can survive the initial ramp up of their damage in this, we should be alright. We need to take care of the tangling ones first, though. Not a whole lot in the loot basket in this one. Oh well. Don't kill the drones, please. 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 Woo! We lost one. We lost a drone. Alright, we need to just recall the drones, because these guys are not going to leave them alone. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Please make it back. Oh my gosh. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Come on. Oh boy. Okay, we got one. Oh boy.
Robert, you're in a
Overloading.
wormhole?
Come on.
Yes.
Woo! Ooh, we're about to die. We're dead. We're dead.
What are you
Lord.
looking for?
How?
Data and relics.
Ay, 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 ay. How on earth?
Yeah, just to get to the Marauder itself is 3 months, so I'm looking at like minimum 4 months. So I don't know if I want to stay in the Dominix that long, to be fair. But I might switch over and get a Megathron in the meantime and enjoy that ship. I don't really want to. I might deviate a little bit. I don't know, but I don't really think I want to deviate too much from just going straight for the Kronos.
Oof.
Because I figured the time it would take to be effective in any other like nation, it'd be about the same time I have left to be inside of a Kronos. But I could be wrong.
I just died.
Warp drive active.
Is that your first death in a while, huh?
Long while, yeah. Trying to see where did
I wonder how much a Federation Megathron is.
See, my last death would have been. God. I don't know. I'd have to look on Z-Kill. Gosh.
No, dang it. My Rift Intel feed thing isn't working, I forgot. Can't see your kill. Oh, the worm, no. Oh, that's very expensive. Oh dear.
The ship wasn't that expensive compared to the implants.
Oh dear. Oh yeah. I didn't even look at that. Oh god. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I didn't even look at. Oh God. Yeah, Nirvana set. Yep. I like how the total worth on here is way off. It says
Is it supposed to be
652, but it's way higher. Let's see. How do we... Oh, I'm listed as Snuggly on Z Killboard. That's nice. I've lost 11 billion in ships on Z Killboard. Lord. Well, that hurts. That stings. Want to know one good thing? I have a backup worm.
Oh, gross.
Huh?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to go get new implants again, though. That's the sad part. And I don't think I have liquid ISK right now to buy them.
Drive active.
Hey guys, what's up?
How's it
Not too
going?
much.
Sorry, I haven't had this mic in a while, so if I'm loud, just let me know.
It's a little bit, but I'm just going to adjust it. That's fine.
Oh, hey. How's the gas huffing going?
It's great, pretty good stuff. It's the 50. I wish, and I might have to bring my other tune out of retirement and have a booster tune, but yeah, thank you for marking it. It's awesome.
Yeah, so far I don't see anything at all. So I think we're still good for now. There is
Yeah,
another wormhole here, so there's another access.
Did you, are you on Pathfinder?
Gosh, what a set.
No, I just found it.
Got you. Yeah, it's a good app because you can it'll track it. Nostril? Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's on-
Nostril?
Yeah.
He just lost something, so he's groany.
What'd you lose, man?
About 2.5 billion ISK.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a blingy worm.
Well, it was the implants, not the worm.
Oh, we got to
So-
set in.
The worm was was 500 million, but yeah, the implants were the other amount there.
Hmm.
So
Man, reselling these guns are gonna get me. Man, that's crazy. Okay, interesting.
Well, thanks for letting me come in. Yeah, I'm Lord, I just definitely needed something low key, and glad to find you guys. Kind of ran into Vader, and glad I did.
yeah, it's a chill place. There's no requirements. Do what you like, and you know, I was tired of being in corps where like, oh, you got to do this, and oh, you got to do that, and it's like,
The
Nah.
midichlorian council's good with this one.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'm kind of tired of the grind myself. Most of my time I've been in nullsec, but then I just spent some time living in a wormhole, and then end up going back to nullsec with I can't remember, with Slice maybe, or I have to look at my history, but nice burnout. Done setting everything except for a Titan, and I have no desire of setting a Titan. And I'm tired of fighting hour-long battles that either don't get any kills or just waste your life.
well, I'm a pro at wasting my life. Gosh. I'm so disheartened right now. Sorry. I literally like just died.
If you need Iskies, that's not a problem.
No. I don't need Iskies. I just need
Wormsies and implantsies.
well, I have stuff that I can sell for Isk. I just don't have liquid Isk. So that's an easy fix though. Gotta sell stuff and go do some runs for the
That's
corp
crazy.
now.
I came in here with 40 mil, bought guns, sold guns, and I'm leaving with like 60 mil.
It seems like a good trade.
Agreed. So now I'm like, anything else I need to buy? Let me look around a little bit. Let me window shop.
Marked another gas site.
Oh snap! Robert doing some work today.
Going out huffing.
Love it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I tried to warn him about that nitrous. It was, addicting. I tried to warn him.
I got 20 mil out before the rat showed up. I'm gonna have to go get something to kill him.
You don't have drones in
Okay.
whatever you're mining in?
No, it's prospecting.
Ah.
Check the wormhole status on your way out if you don't mind.
Yep. I sure will. You can speed tank them, but I don't have this one set up for it.
Gotta run over and sell the abyssal loot here. I've got a little magnet set up for that. I didn't check what my align time is without my freaking implants.
So I was going to tell you, I've got a friend I've played with for a long time. Him and his wife. I don't think she's going to come back, but he's been gone the game on about a year and a half now. But we played a lot together, ran Alliance together. Really cool guy. He has like 8 or 9 tunes. But he's moving all of his stuff to high sec. I don't know if he's going to activate all of his tunes, but I did tell him, I said, well, if you want to just slow down, do something casual. But he normally will. Of course, we did a lot of mining. He's a big miner, but
Yeah, I do.
wormhole is good.
I do a lot of mining myself. We got we just got a moon set up, so we can do that. We haven't had our first pull from it yet, so waiting to see if we have enough miners to actually clear all of it.
Oh yeah, and I'll bring my booster tune on that. Give us another hand too. Wormhole's good. It's not even destabilized yet. It's still stage 1.
Drive active.
Gosh, this magnet aligns and flies so fast. So much better than flying a freighter.
I wish I had when I dropped out a few months ago, I actually had redo my computer, so I lost all my fitting. I forgot to back all that up. And I had a real awesome vagabond that was given to me by the wormhole group I was with. It's good up to C4 for a lot of the sites. It was a speed tank vagabond.
Drive active.
If y'all have a fit like that, let me know. I'm gonna try to contact some guys I used to fly with, see if I could get a couple of those fits back.
Well, I've never been one for speed tanking, so I don't have any of those fits. That's not been my thing. I'm a ground and pound kind of marauder, turn on bastion kind of person.
Oh yeah, I love them paladin. No, I do the golem paladin. I just haven't messed with the chronos much.
Have you looked at the new one that's coming out with this next patch?
I have not.
The Triglavian marauder?
It's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, it will be. And it's like, so it's gonna give, I think it was 20% more damage every time it cycles. So like single target damage is gonna be insane on that thing. I don't think it's gonna be very useful for mission running, but for people that want to pop stations and stuff, it's gonna be
structure bastion is great. Yeah, that's sick.
Or if you catch like a carrier or something out it'd be good at that too. As long as you get it locked down by somebody else.
Emulating the build.
It's because of that Marauder that's coming out, the pricing on all the Abyssal stuff has been going up. So, in anticipation. Which has been nice for me, because I've been running the Abyssals until about 5 minutes ago. So.
Load drive active.
So, amateur mistake. Is there any way to pick up drones that you've left behind at a Garista's combat site?
If you don't have it saved location, you're going to have to scan them down to fly to them.
Okay, yeah, so they're lost.
Well, I mean, they're not lost. It's just if you want to scan them or not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna scan them.
Were they just like Type 1 or Type 2 drones?
I think so. They weren't. They definitely weren't faction.
Okay. We're going to be doing a combat site in 2 days, and there's going to be some drones there, and I'll be like, know whose those are.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
The fun of running around. Corpse stuff to sell. Alright. Now we get to go back to Lyra. Oh, what do I do now that I lost my ship and my implants?
Right click biomass character. No. Makes you feel like sometimes.
It's
You
so
lose it in the abyssal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I got disenchanted with them. I ran them for a while, but then man, it's just, especially with the worm. That's with the implants like that. Man, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. I had run quite a few of them in that worm. A lot of them. And that one, I was just getting fed up because they kept targeting my drones. So I recalled all my drones. But I did it, and I was not at a good distance to the Kikomoras. I should have went farther away, and I was just being impatient. So then they all locked onto me because I recalled my drones. And then I was like, I gotta get away from these guys. And I flew straight away instead of at an angle. So that's another mistake that I made. I didn't overheat my repper until way too late. And I didn't overheat my afterburner. So there's multiple things I could have done and just didn't. Sad face.
Okay.
Suppose I can use my Gila though. I still have that for running Abyssals.
Yeah, that's what I was running in, and I think like up to 3s maybe you could. In a little while.
Yeah, I mean, I really need to get implants though, because the Gila that I have is a passive fit, not an active fit.
Yeah, I had same problem.
And without the implants, you lose a lot of your ability to tank and regen.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks Robert for marking that.
Yeah, no problem. I haven't fully finished that wormhole yet, but there's one of those, I forget what they're called, the deep something, the one where it's like you use tractor beams on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Need to get tractor beams. I forgot to put those on.
Well, I've got something to post on YouTube now. I can post a short of me dying.
Recruitment video.
No, I have a YouTube channel, so I'll post it on there.
Nice.
Warp drive active.
I'm streaming this on Twitch right now, so it was streamed on Twitch of me dying.
Well, you know, people love disasters.
They should love my life. Now, I'll probably sell some stuff, get some implants again, and then run on the Gila for a while instead of the worm. I may just drop it back down because I was doing T1s in the worm,
Warp drive active.
and that averaged about like 60 million ISK an hour, which for high sec is good. So it's still like 40 hours to earn back what I lost in it, but
Docking permission requested.
I'm halfway tempted to spend that money that I saved on the guns on stupidly good drones.
Request accepted.
stupidly good drones.
For what I can get, yes.
So faction drones, you're saying?
Yes. And not the integrated ones. One step below augmented, doing the actual, like, Caldari, Federation, Imperial, and Republic.
One time I was in Cheetah and he asked me to figure out the quote for the gecko.
Oh gosh.
And then he was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy 10 of them. I'm like, you do realize it's like
Yeah.
several billion.
Yeah. Also, like you can't fit that many in anything because geckos are huge.
Oh.
Let's
Send them one at a time to their death.
Let's take a look at my fitting on this Gila without my implants.
Nos, do you have it insured?
The worm?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
just don't know.
that was what? No, effectively nothing.
mean-
Effectively nothing.
It is the difference between like trying to recover all of it.
Well, it was like 200,000 versus 2.5 billion or 2 billion. So
What? Really?
yeah, because I hadn't renewed insurance on that thing in forever. So it's just that baseline crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. My Gila without the implants, I get 112 HP a second passive for my shield, and 50,000 EHP. With the implants I had, I was getting 163 HP a second, and I had like 70,000 EHP. Oof. Talk about a difference. So we're gonna make a run to Cheetah. We're gonna sell some stuff here.
I'm actually kind of torn. Do I want to do the integrated, or do I just want to do the actual faction?
Just don't do the geckos.
No geckos.
Warp
Okay.
drive active.
I want to do. Don't know if because the main ones that I seem to face are like thermal and kinetic. So I was thinking about doing 5 faction drones of pure thermal, and then 5 faction drones of pure kinetic or whatever, or do the integrated ones that do kind of like both.
Half and half.
But then, yeah. I just do that, and then go get some medium drones that are faction that are a little bit faster and have a little bit better bandwidth. I mean, tracking ability for the frigates and stuff.
Those pesky frigates.
Yeah, they can take me a little bit to take care of. Those are truly the only things I have problems with.
Docking request accepted.
Do I get a fit ready for the worm again to run T1s? That's the other question.
That's up to you, sir.
Sad face.
Found the vagabond fit. I forgot about Ezekiel, right?
What about Ezekiel?
That's a good place to go get your fits you've lost.
Ah. Well, I don't have the money on me currently to replace the fit. So just gotta take stuff to market here and build back up, or sell stuff. That's the two choices. What I have like 22.5 billion net worth. I can sell stuff, but I'd rather not keep buying and selling stuff because you lose out every time you do that.
Don't mind hooking you up, bro.
No, I'm good. If I was
Sitting on 100,
sitting on 100 bill,
102 bill.
Jesus. So if you see a Revenant for sale, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Cause
Man, I'm gonna tell you that C4 wormhole when I was flying with Holier Than Thou, that several months there running with them, that was sweet. They would do. I think I made more ISK in one single set. I made a lot of ISK. I've lost a lot of ISK. I made a lot of my ISK carrier ratting and then doing escalations, you know.
yeah.
But when I got with those guys, they were great. I left the game for a while. When I come back, they had lost their station and kind of fell apart. But man, they were really good at wormhole. And then we would go. We lived in the C4, but we would connect to find the C5 connection. Use Pathfinder, which Pathfinder is really great if you use it correctly because it's real time, you know. And we would just harvest. We'd go in with 2 or 3 vagabonds, or I had a Varger. We'd run in with Vargers and run those sites, and man, it was just good ISK. Really, really good ISK. And if you had enough guys in wormhole, even like me out here just solo on this gas, it's risky. But when you have backup, man, you go out there with boost and just kill that gas. And really good ISK.
Yeah,
But when a big group comes through and takes your stations out in wormhole, it's yeah.
I did carrier ratting out in Null, and I was using a Chimera or an Archon to do it, but
I started out with Chimera back when. Were you playing when it was Sentry Jones? No fighters?
No.
Oh, that was
okay.
bro,
I
missed that.
I was probably playing back then, but I was not in a carrier, so.
Not carrier, yeah. I miss it so much because it was just it was a lot slower pace, A lot less because you just dropped the sentries and it just done it for you.
Did you see that they have carrier changes coming with the fighters and how many of their little charges they have for their weapons?
No.
They're increasing the number of charges.
Decreasing?
Increasing, raising.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. I need to watch some update video evidently.
Yeah. But like, it's still, I hated having to deal with like managing my fighters, like recalling them all the time when something would target them, because they're so expensive. Like, if you're doing a site and you lose a fighter, you basically just, well, there went the profit from that site.
Yeah. And what was really annoying, like if you would get a so if a oh lord, it's not officer, what they call him? Oh lord. Anyway, if infested carrier or infested dreadnought or something would warp in, which if that could, of course, lose a carrier pretty quick. But actually, my Nidhogger, I had a Nidhogger where I could refit and could take out infested carrier, solo with it. Took a little time. So what really aggravated me, I ended up going with the Hell and went with a super carrier when I was flying with Tisk because they had a really great umbrella that protection, you know. But that was annoying because you're on the edge of your seat. It was so much ISK, and you know, like you losing that worm. It's huge, you know, and the implants and stuff. So you know, here you are in a super with 60 bill worth of fit, and my lord, I mean, it's just too much.
And the super's expensive is all can be. Like,
Yeah.
like I made the joke about the Revenant, but that's like a 70 billion ship. Like those just
Yeah.
aren't around.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I've played Eve for a long time and really enjoyed different parts of the game. But honestly, that's why I like when I seen you guys, and it's like I just need to find a good group of guys that just want to chill out and high sec, because some of the most fun I ever had when I first played the game in '07 was just having a little high sec mining operations, you know. And I don't even think the Orca was even out then, but we had a lot of fun, you know. We'd play different, you know, little games, and everybody just to hang out. We used to have Bob Ross nights. So we would
Nice.
we'd have a yeah, we do it on Monday nights. We'd have mining op, and then we'd turn Bob Ross on, and everybody would watch Bob Ross, and we would commentate while it was fun, man.
That actually sounds like fun. I'll show you my Bob Ross painting. I can look at it. I did a Bob Ross.
Nice.
Yeah. It does not look near as good as his, but I attempted.
My wife bought me the kit for Christmas and everything. And I just never have even picked a brush up. Just, you know, try it. I'm not an artistic person really as far as like that kind of art, but he made it where anybody could do it. But it was cool because you know, like the conversation would go, oh yeah, you know, like, oh, you ruined it, he messed it up, oh, it's over, you know, and then oh, he
So it
redeemed
puts
himself,
that
and just
happy little tree in there.
yeah, it's wonderful, man.
There's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Gosh, I remember watching that growing up. Oh,
Great. But I miss, you know, most of my time was spent in nullsec. Once I got in nullsec, it was just there's only a few regions I haven't played in. Most of them I have. I kind of always was aligned against goons, but um, well, I got some friends that fly with them too. I mean, you know, people are just people. It's
yeah.
just different cultures, different groups. But I don't like the soft change. I miss the old sov. You know, I miss the old used to, like if you know, when you didn't blow up stations. If they had a station in nullsec and you blew it up, whoever got the last hit, it went over to their corp. So it kind of made it interesting. There's a lot of things like that they changed, and some for the better. Even like the carriers. I mean, yeah, the fighters are really annoying to micromanage, but one good thing is you could stay aligned. You know, you can warp off to a pos and recall them. Were some advantages. I never used the network sensor because I'm not going to be locked down.
Yeah.
It's bad enough doing siege, you know, on a barg or something, but I just used extra boosters.
Freaking one thing about the carrier that I didn't know, and that's how I lost the Archon. I was aligned to a station. I got jumped by some people. I got locked down by a couple frigates, and then some Lashaks showed up trying to take me out. And their warp scramble didn't work, so I was able to enter warp and warp to a friendly station. But I didn't realize that if your fighters were still out, you don't tether. And they warped on me and engaged me before I figured that out, and I was so mad because like I got away and then I didn't get away. It was like,
yeah, I've done that. I've done that a couple times, yeah, and it just so happened that there was enough guys in the alliance to bail me out. But yeah, I've done that a few times. Actually, I think the only carrier I ever lost was I had one time decided, because I'd made a few corps and stuff, and I had a few successful corps, but we rented space, and oh Lord, I had to look at my kill board. I can't remember where we were, but it might have been up in Ethereum Reach. But I rented a system and put a Rotaro in it, and I was ratting, and what I was doing, I was just jumping over to another system and putting it in their Fortizar. And they caught me. I bounced off of a moon instead of just going straight to a safe spot and jumping out, and I lost. That was the only carrier I lost, but I can't tell you how many times I got bubbled down in my hell one time, and I thought, oh man, I'm fixing to quit Eve because that's all this is. I'm done. And Tess come and bailed me out, which was
We
really cool. They would the old Tess, you know, I really enjoyed flying with them because they actually I've still got the mail somewhere. If I didn't redo my computer, I had to look see if I backed it up. But they had a mail they sent out one time that basically was a weekend, and they were just bored, so they sent out to all carrier and super carrier routing pilots. Try your best to get caught tonight, and be sure you're within umbrella distance and on comms. So because we're really itching for fights. So nobody docked up that whole night, you know, regardless of who came in system.
gosh.
I thought that's pretty cool. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, but
That's
what if they drop a massive fleet, you know, or hard
right.
knocks or
Yeah.
laser knocks?
Or what if they hit two places at once,
Yeah, exactly.
and you're the unlucky one that like,
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
You're the low man.
you're like, well, we went over here first, so because I mean, like even in my Archon where they had it was what I think 7 Lashaks. It took a long time for them to take me out, and my my corp that I was with in the Alliance, like in total, I think 17 ships died, like 14 on our side, 3 on their side, because we were just not prepared for it, and they obviously
Yeah.
were. And it still took like I think like 11 minutes for my carrier to die to that force, and it feels like at the same point it's like forever and an instant. All right.
So,
implants.
the
What's up?
Highway Alliance, or whatever they call it. Hang on, let me pull it up. The Hideaway Hunters. So I noticed that they're blue to us,
Yes.
and used to fly with them, and so that just a real good sec alliance, basically.
Yes. So I talked to their leader. We're blue to them. They're blue to us. So even if you're out in low, null, or wormhole, we're blues to each other. So we're good with them.
Cool.
But yeah, I flew with them years ago. So since we're in the same neighborhood as them, I reached out to them.
Nice.
All right, time to look
What is
at the
this game?
lovely implants.
I told my wife I've played this game, so I'm 44, and let's see. Oh, what was so 07? I started playing in 07 for the first time. This is a 09 tune, but my 07 tune. It's kind of sad. I go through my contact list. I was like, yeah, that one don't play. That one don't play.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it. I mean, I have, man. I've enjoyed meeting. I've met people from all over the world. Got friends in different countries I'll never visit because of you. Got my name on the monument there in Iceland. I don't know if you were playing during the monument days or not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so you can look it up. You can actually go on. You just put your character name in. If you were subscribed and active at the time, there's an actual monument in Iceland, Reykjavik, at CCP headquarters, and it's like stone monument.
I think mine's on there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's so cool.
I started in 11, so not me.
Oh shit, I might be up there.
I think that's why I initially joined Eve, is because they ran that, and I was like, oh, that's super cool.
It's really cool. I hit it like I hit it in 07, played for a month or two, and just kind of then I can't remember what brought me back, and then I made this tune, and I'm off and on for this whole time. You get burnt out though, you.
Yeah, you don't quit Eve though. You just take breaks.
And that's true. Hey, I've got 5, 6 mails I've sent out saying, hey, this is it, I'm done. And then finally what I started saying is, I think I'm done, but I may be back.
You're just setting up your skills long term.
Yeah, 6, right? Right.
All
And
right.
that's pretty much like my playing time on Eve is not huge, but I've quit so many times that I have like shit tons of skills now because I just set them up before I
Yeah.
leave. I'm like, I might be back.
Does that still work, or since they got the alpha omega thing?
Well, yeah, I last time I quit was before that, so maybe not.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Let's
I'm
see.
pretty sure that's how I got all of my level 5 skills.
Pretty much, yeah, same.
Hey, Moss.
Yeah.
I think I've increased my DPS to around 480ish to 5, depending on how close they are. And I've gone to where I can do, to the 7 minutes, I could go up to 21ish.
Okay for your cap.
Yeah, and I didn't change anything but my guns and a rig. The rig I don't actually need anymore because one of my skills finally went to level 5. Which was CPU management. So that CPU boost gave it to where even if I delete that rig, I am beyond fine with power management. Or not power management, CPU management.
Man, Rain, you've played for a while too, brother.
Yep. I've been here for a minute. Off and on. Yeah, I think my biggest claim to fame is that I was a founding member of Missions Mining and Mayhem.
Nice.
It was my first, so my story goes, I started playing the game, trying to figure things out, got invited to a corp. The first week that I was in the corp, log in one day and everyone's like, what the fuck happened? All of our stuff is gone. I was like, what? What do you mean? What does that mean? And then a couple of the guys that I was kind of getting close with, they were like, man, this is BS. Let's go do our own thing. We'll call it Missions Mining and Mayhem. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Did that for a while, and I remember doing ratting in my little, or not ratting, mining in my little frigate alongside all their barges and stuff. And,
That's awesome.
You know, I was like the 5-year-old helping the parents carrying, you know, a bag of groceries out of 20.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I'm leaving the wormhole real quick, just to let you know.
Roger that.
And then I quit the game because I was frustrated at you know, the fact that I wanted to do more, but my skills wouldn't let me. So I left, came back, and found some corp that I wanted to get in with, and they were like, "Nah, you were part of Missions Mining and Mayhem. We're at war with them." Actually, it was Goon Swarm.
Oh, jeez.
I applied for Goon Swarm because I had a friend over there, and they were like, "Nah, we can't let you in. Like, we're actively at war with them." I was like, "Oh,
That's hilarious.
Hey, Nox.
You.
Do you think it'd be worth it to go ahead? I can technically get it. I would remake the ISK within this time frame. It's about 24 million. But I can buy a faction membrane that gives me the same resistance bonuses as the tier 2.
I mean, if you're gonna make it back, sure. You can also sell it later.
That is true.
There we go. 1,000 plex. Getting my implants back. Fun. This is what happens when you do stupid things.
What you trying to buy, Vader?
This Federation Navy multi-spectrum energized membrane. I'm thinking about it. It's 25 free right now. I'm just thinking about it, trying to see if I can technically afford it. I have currently. Where's my wallet? Okay, I shall buy it. Okay, let's see what that does.
I always wanted to fly with rooks and kings, but
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I just messed up. God darn it. Good thing I'm the only person that has availability to the Abyssal Project section of the Corp balance. I just sold my Plex funds into there.
Wait, go quick, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, it's 14.
Why is there over 6 billion in there, guys? There we go. That's better. And I left the change in there, so the corp gets to make a little. My dumb mistake. I went to buy a skill extractor, and I'm like, why isn't it let me fucking buy this?
Well, I might be able to afford the reactor partner now. Yay! More tanky.
Don't anybody go without liquid is as long as I'm around. I ain't doing nothing with it anyway. Favors are better than ISK.
Let's see.
I think from a lot of the newbies, you kind of want them to kind of get their first ships on their own so they can say they did it, and then because we got a few people that are obviously dumping. Yeah, we got a few people that are obviously dumping Plex, and they're just getting it blown up, and it's like, well.
Yeah, and see that's the thing. Like,
Wait, we've had some people do that. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few that are
Okay.
have
I just-
weirdly large amounts of ISK.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I just bought Plex to make up for my dumb mistake.
Yeah, but like, there are people with like accounts that are like 2 weeks old. I
Yeah,
mean, maybe they're coming back and, but like, they're just losing shit in Abyssals or going to low sec. You know which ones I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and I think they're actually making that back by mining. Like, they sit in the mining belt a lot.
Yeah,
Because they're not losing expensive ships. They're like 20 million ISK ships, you know. But I've talked to that person many times.
Yeah, as long as they're okay, because I don't want them to rage quit.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just as bad as like, oh, I'll just spend more, I'll just spend more, I'll just spend more. Alright, now I can get my implants. Okay.
So I'm back in the wormhole, but I am not near you. Sorry, I don't know your
Been
name.
pretty quiet. I've been keeping a pretty close eye on D-scan. I've popped around the belts a little bit because of the rats, but trying to get. I'm almost mining enough gas to pay for this prospect.
Yeah, I only got 3 more signatures left, and then this one's a dry hole. There's a couple of data ones in here, but they got, you know, cruiser rats, and I don't want to bring anything big in this.
Easy come, easy
these
go with
supply
this
crates-
money. Oh, jeez.
Can these supply crates in these escalation sites be hacked?
I think. I think they can.
What was the question again?
Supply crates from the escalation sites, like I looted them, but they're still here. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think they disappeared though.
I don't
Not entirely
understand
sure.
why.
Do you want me to mark the other wormholes? Or are you just staying in this one?
Let's see, it's already 11 o'clock. I'll probably just stay in this one tonight.
Okay.
But do you, if you do a lot of wormholing,
I only do wormholes when they pop up, like near the
Yeah.
system.
and
then
I,
I'm like,
I know I'm the new guy, and I'm not trying to force my wheel or anything, but I did just have a suggestion of something I might consider. Is one thing that they taught me in that wormhole group was they come up with a special emblem, and they put that at the beginning of the name of all their ships. So Like if you were in the wormhole with me, 1D scan, and I could tell that you were, in my corp because of that symbol.
Man, I have one for myself, but I don't have one. The corp doesn't have one.
Yeah,
That's not a bad
it's
idea.
Cool.
It's not a bad idea at all. We haven't done like too much wormholing as a corp, but there's definitely more money to be made by being out there. So
we had man, if I can, and I'll talk to him. So another guy that named Talex, he's right now he's flying with the NC, but I recruited him a while back, and then we flew in nullsec together, and then he and I ended up getting to see one wormhole that we just created just a high-sec corp and put a Rotaro in it, and it over the last 5 years, I think it's been blown up a few times, or not blown up a few times, but under attack a few times, and one time we took it down, and I had to contact him to see if he still got it, because if he still got the wormhole, then he'll give the corp standings, and we'll be able to move freely.
We can go in there. I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all down for having a place where the people that live there are happy with us being there.
Yeah, and because it's like it. What we did is we just put alts in there with scanning tunes, so that we could always just log off and log on to one of those and scan the new entrants and mark it, and put it over. And the C ones aren't. You get gas sites like this spawn mainly the tokens and stuff, and you'll get a few combat sites, but it's just for the connections and stuff. You person is really interested in it. It's kind of fun.
Let's see here.
For myself, I put VSS in front of all my ships.
Yeah,
but
I see that. And
Hey.
it works because
I can get the mining foreman link now. Since I having to redo my freaking implants, I can get that. That'll help everybody.
Well, all my gas sites have rats now, so I might have to do something about it. Pop out of the wormhole real quick. It still hasn't been disrupted.
Alright. Was there no clones in G to Trade Hub? That's sad, please. Yeah,
I scanned down the hole.
Here you go, Robert. I just bought my implants again. Guess what the total cost is?
Oh no. How much?
3.27 billion.
Oh man.
Yeah. So,
Primary NOS, everybody. Primary NOS.
yeah, right? Hold on, let me inject these before I leave the station so that you can't get them. You can just see it on a kill mail.
I've scanned the whole wormhole. I'm heading out.
Alright. What do I have for implants on this clone that I had transferred to?
Hell, I'm curious.
Oh, 40 million. Not much.
Thank you for marking it wrong. Yeah, one thing that was real hard for me to get used to flying or living in the wormhole. So they had this system, like they would, when you would mark stuff, so you'd have Pathfinder up and they had subscribed to Pathfinder, so it wasn't just the the free thing you use. But so you would put every wormhole, you would mark it, see whatever it was, and they wanted you to memorize the colors because you can look at the color of the wormhole and pretty much tell what it is. And then you put the last 3 digits of the signature next to it, where it led to, like a low sec, high sec, HC, whatever. And then you would mark on Pathfinder. You can mark whether they're critical, about Virgin Clap, all that stuff. But they would have numbers. So like any exits and entrances to wormholes was 3, I think. Combat sites were 4. So you would, it was hard to memorize, but once you learned it, you kind of had, you'd had a system. So if you've seen bookmarks or locations rather than had a 4, those are scanned combat sites, and then with the last 4 digits of the signal, then you knew exactly what had been scanned, what hadn't. It was pretty neat.
That was neat.
But it was a lot. Like when I first started flying with them, I was like, dude, this is, I don't know how many times, because I thought they're gonna kick me out for messing these bookmarks up. And then it's all new, different. It's different. I had never messed with wormholes much, just in and out of a few, but not living in it. Well, when you live in one, you really get good at scanning, which is really cool. You're not as fearful because you're living constantly with blinders on, but you learn stuff. Like I didn't know when you roll a hole that you have a static connection to certain wormholes, and then they'll have other connections as well. But those holes they don't pop up automatically. So like you could roll the hole. We can call it closing your hole. You close it, and then you could run your sights freely, and at least for the next 30 minutes to an hour, nothing would open up unless you scanned it down and jumped through it. So little stuff like that I never knew. It was really neat to learn.
So people you would purposefully close up your entrance and exit hole so that you'd have the place to yourself for like 30 minutes?
Yep, or they would, like when we were trying to do ratting ops in other holes or go out for PvP kills, that kind of like Robert, they would go in and scan a hole down and say, that's not a really good hole, not a good. So then we would come back to the home system, the C4, and go get Praxis. And so you load your Praxis up and you put micro warps on them or afterburners, and then, increase the mass, and you go through hot and cold. Bro, they had it to a science. Like I said, if I could sit here and probably go through it. It's been a few months and remember it, but because Pathfinder, what the mass of the hole is, how much you got to put through it. Like you can't collapse a small, but you can collapse everything else. So they knew exactly how many how many Praxises needed to go through it and back through to close it, and whether or not you'd go in hot or cold, meaning whether you'd have your afterburner off or on. So you'd roll through with 5 or 6. Like this is a medium. So, you'd run thoraxes with afterburners, 5 or 6 thoraxes going in cold, coming out hot, and boom, it's collapsed. Well, then here's a new hole, and you scan it down, and it was really neat. I learned a whole lot. But
living in a wormhole has so much extra knowledge that you have to learn that, because I don't have any of that knowledge because I've been a care bearer for most of my time and then out in nullsec for the other part. And the only thing I used wormholes for was, hey, what connects to high sec right now so I can go trade?
Right. And that was the downside. So like ours had a static C3 and a static C1. So you always had a way of getting a high sec. You always had to kind of scan it down, but you could depend on that. The problem was that I really hated about it is you had all these assets. Well, if one of the larger wormhole alliances or groups decided to take you out, it wasn't just as simple as putting everything a safety asset or, moving the next system over to the NBC station. I mean, you had to fly all that stuff out, and if they're a big group, they'd be camping you the whole time. They'd harass you, That was the part I didn't like about it.
Can they really camp? So if you want to move stuff out and you have the wormhole scan down to go back to high sec, when you exit the station, you exit tethered, so then you can just fly to the wormhole exit and go right into high sec.
Yep.
It would just be coming back through that you'd have the problem.
Yeah, but they were so the guys that are really good, like Laser Hawks, people like that, they're just really good. So they know how to they know how to scan exceptionally well, and they'll put drag bubbles, you know, between your station and the hole. It always
That's
amazes me.
yeah,
how
that's
quickly
annoying.
yeah, and it's fast. I mean, just really fast. But it was hard to learn the mechanics. I've never was a big PvPer. I mean, I've been in a lot of battles and done some PvP, but I'm kind of like you. I'm always more of a Care Bear, industrialist, ratting, you know, mining stuff like that. But man, you know, you can't with a wormhole. You know, you can't just jump in and out because you know the hole it has a cooldown period, so you got to be real careful about how you move around. But what was neat about it, like on Pathfinder, they'd have chains, and some guys were just, man, they'd get on there, and you'd log on to Pathfinder, you know, and our wormhole would pull up, and then all the connections, and sometimes it just looked like a Christmas tree where somebody just went through and just hole after hole after. It was really neat, you know.
Doing a Jita run. Does anybody want anything sold or bought?
I'm good.
Can I not
thanks.
use my Eve Mark at Utah? I am confused.
Wait, what?
I have a lot of Eve Marks I would like to try to spend, and it's not letting me.
There's a different station. It's not Jita Trade Hub. It's a different one in Jita.
Immortal. Okay.
Yeah. They want to be particular about it like that. Well, now we can go fighting in the Gila because now I have my Nirvana set again. So I can shield tank again. Sad face.
Very nice. Very nice.
So when are you gonna upload the video of you blowing up?
I'm gonna edit it down here. Probably. I'm gonna run a couple Abyssals in the Gila before I do that, and then I will edit it out and upload the video online so you can all point and laugh at me being stupid.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, well, live and learn, you know. It's the problem is I don't learn near as much as I should.
Docking permission requested.
That's alright. We'll get in the Gila here and
Alright.
see how much my shield HP and regen is.
Docking permission requested.
Remember, it was 112 HP a second and just shy of 50,000 EHP with no
Docking
implants.
request accepted.
So, and there is one implant I didn't buy. I didn't get the high grade 6 slot. I got the mid grade because it's like a 1.3 billion-ish difference. So, we're not capped out, but we're close. Survey says 177 HP a second, over 70,000 EHP. Such a big difference in the defensive numbers. Like,
That faction membrane that I was able to afford thanks to Morton brought me up from 94k effective HP to 97 or 98. Very nice.
okay.
Nice. Definitely a difference, then.
It was a 4% increase in resistance across the board. It was very nice.
Nice. Those little tiny increases make such a big difference too. I just spent more on implants than it would be for us to build our industry station.
Wow.
That's
Look at your priorities.
I don't want to hear it. I paid for the other station, damn it.
We offered to help.
I know.
Yep. Got him. Got him. Got that ass.
Freaking.
Station over time.
Say again?
which station are we trying for next?
So we have repro, and well, we have an Athenor, right? So we can do moon mining, and you know, a lot of the guys are looking at wanting to get into industry. So we're either going to need manufacturing or blueprint researching. So it's
Terrible.
but I want to make sure that our station that's here stays here, that we don't get war decked and it just get obliterated right away, right? So
All right.
because I have it under a holding corp, but so we can't get war decked, but the holding corp could, and then they can sit there and attack it, and to be just not ideal. Come on, heal my drones. Let's go here.
I'm making my way back to our old HQ.
Gotcha. Oh, Robert, are you still heading to Jita?
Yeah, I'm almost there.
I'm gonna check and see if I want to update my shield hardener. I might give you some monies for a shield hardener. If I'm gonna go in there with this much in freaking implants, I might as well have a better shield hardener.
Rasan or Rasan said that the herons are done.
The what?
The herons are done.
The scan.
Oh,
and
oh,
so-
gotcha. I sent you a link, Robert. If you can just price that so I can give you the monies.
Docking request accepted.
It's probably going to be just shy of 400. Got more people watching. Welcome, folks. We're going to be running some Abyssals. I'm going to run T3s in the Gila. I was running T2s in my worm and it died. So... yeah. Yep, that was like 2 billion worth of implants gone. Repair the drones before I go in. Alright, let me send you that, Robert. There you go. Oh, do I not have any T3 gammas on me? Ah,
It's just shame on you.
no.
And here you are supposed to lead by example.
I'm a little you know, disheveled at the moment. Just under 500 DPS. I actually could upgrade to T2 missile launchers, which I should probably do.
I will have to go to the HQ and relog. It's glitched out for some reason. I don't understand this.
Well, I guess I gotta try and get a little bit of coinage right now so that I can finish blinging out this ship. Oy, yay, yay.
let's see. In total, I have one. Let's see, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days until Magic 14 are all 5.
Nice, nice. I have 1 day, 6 hours until Marauders 5 is done.
Sweet.
That was a very, very
What
long
Marauder are
train.
you gonna go after?
Oh, I'm in the Paladin.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get a different Marauder. My bad.
I mean, I'd love to get the Triglavian one, but I have 0 skills towards that, so that would be, what, like 2-3 months of training to be able to make it worthwhile?
Probably, yeah.
And it's going to be ungodly expensive right now. Like, because it comes out, what, 2 days? It's hard. It's the 27th,
so.
but it's the 27th, like, for what time zone?
Good question.
Because, I mean, I'm in Japan, so my time zone is different experience than most others. What we got range on these? 32.
All I know is boogers.
Is it what?
I don't know why it's boogers.
I know,
Every time
babyface.
I don't know why I say that word so much. I just do.
This ship is normally for running gammas. I just don't have any tier 3 gamma filaments, so I'm running the exotics. Basically getting rid of them because this is what I died in the worm, and I'm really upset at myself. So just burning through them. Very unhappy at myself. I will post on YouTube the video of it if you want to see it later. I made some really dumb mistakes. Yeah.
Well, probably my fault, because I almost got you killed the first time.
No, it wasn't your fault. Gosh.
You mispronounced. Yes, it was absolutely your fault.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was you, but you know, it was you.
My friend Polly over here says a little buddy said it was you.
I'm not saying that you were distracting me with your fit questions, but if you're watching the stream. Oh gosh. Lord. It's like I'm not experienced doing abyssals, right? Like I want to get into them. I want to get into the higher tier ones, so there's a learning curve, and I'm gonna die if I'm gonna learn. So, gosh, if worse comes to worse, and I die again, I'll just run level 4s in my paladin like I've done for a decade, and earn the money back. Oh, jeez. I just hope I can find some appropriate filaments running this, so I don't have to run back to Jita to buy more. Actually, Robert, are you still in Jita?
I just left, sorry, too late.
Well, never mind.
Plus, I almost got warp disrupted on the way out, so...
Really?
Probably just good I leave. Yeah.
I'm there if you need me to bring you something. I'm fitting up a vagabond.
Just tier 3 gamma filaments?
Yeah, just link them and corp the ones you want, and I'll grab them.
Alright.
Yeah, guy tried to warp disrupt me twice and failed, so...
That's funny. He failed at warp disrupting you?
Well, I have a scrambler or a stabilizer.
But was it active?
It's a passive thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's passive.
Your warp core stabilizer is a passive?
No.
That's a,
No, it wasn't on.
yeah, that's an active module. Like, if you found one that's passive, you better sell that because it's worth a lot. All right. Let me link these darn filaments here. They're kind of expensive. They're like 4 mil a pop. Almost 5 mil, I think, now.
Well, the guy who targeted me did get someone else. So.
Wow. Is he just targeting anybody? Like, they didn't scan you first?
Well, I'm in a mammoth, so, like...
Yeah, but
I
like...
assume they did a stealth scan.
Yeah, but like, if you just came out, like... Because it doesn't take long when you just come out to get moving.
Yeah, no, I immediately aligned, and he tried to warp scan. I assume he saw the thing you just bought.
Gotcha. I like how you're like, you just bought. You're like, you're getting me killed over here.
No, well, no. I don't want you to think I'm keeping it.
You're like, oh, look, guys, there's a kill mail. I must have lost this.
Oops.
There we go. The Karen's hitting my ship, and it's like, it feels so much better having actual tankiness. It really does. The frigate is so like, you've so little buffer to just being dead. Although, wait, if you're in a mammoth, you do have +2 warp core stability just off the bat.
Oh,
right? That's a
probably
DST,
not.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, it's not.
Huh? It's not a deep space transport?
No, I'm still trying to get that.
I 100% thought that was a deep space transport.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
T1 hauler.
It is the T1 hauler. Gotcha. Mastodon is it? That's what it is. I was mistaken. Alright. Gosh, these...
It was not me. It was not me. It was someone else getting attacked, but I saw the pop-up. I thought it was me.
Oh, okay.
Someone's Ibis getting attacked, which is kind of rude.
So what did I just stumble upon? It's talking about mining an asteroid that phased past a warp gate, an acceleration gate.
The what?
The state will buy back anything you harvest, fully deplete the site, and all involved will be compensated.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Metaliminal Metroid.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, like everything else in Eve, it sounds like a scam.
This is a signature site.
Oh, well then it's just flavor text that wants to sound fancy.
I'll share my screen if anyone
Has
able to add context.
hopefully I can. I think as soon as Robert gets back with the module in question, I'll go to do some editing on video and then maybe eat something. Take a minute to shake my nerves. I've been streaming for 3 hours at this point. Did you get back already?
Yeah, I'm here.
Nice.
Okay, how many of those filaments do you want? They're only 124,000.
Did I link the right one?
Aggregated gamma filament.
I did not link the right one. 1 second.
Yep.
It's the next tier up that I need. Fierce. I'll link. Wait a second. Doot.
And how many?
Well, right now, if those are currently 5 million apiece, 5. Ah.
Say they're 5, 193. So 5 of them would be 25, 965.
Yeah,
Right.
I should have.
Heading that way, heading to Weir, I guess you say.
Wyra?
There you go.
Yeah.
Docking request accepted.
All
Some of
right.
those combat.
All right, everybody in the stream, thank you for watching. I'm gonna take a break, get some food, edit a YouTube video of me being stupid and dying, and we'll see you online tomorrow, and then Thursday.
Like other town.